In this lesson, we will explore how to display output to the console using C++, specifically using cout. The cout object is part of the C++ standard library and is used to output data to the standard output device, which is usually the console. It works with the insertion operator, which is represented by two less than symbols to display text and variables. Let's see an example. First, include the iostream header file. Inside the main function, we use std, cout, followed by the insertion operator, then the text you want to display enclosed in double quotes, such as, hello, world. Finally, return 0. When this program is executed, it will display hello world on the console. Let's discuss the basic syntax of cout and look at different ways we can use it. We can output text by using std, cout, followed by the insertion operator and the text in double quotes. For example, std, cout, hello C++. String literals are enclosed in double quotes. We can also output variables directly without quotes. If we have an integer variable age with a value of 25, we can output it using std, cout age. We can concatenate output by chaining multiple items together with the insertion operator. For example, std, cout age, age. This will output age, followed by the value of the age variable. Lastly, to add line breaks, we can use std, endl, or a new line character, which is \n. For example, std, cout line 1, std, endl std, cout line 2 \n. Let's explore how to format output using cout. First, we will use multiple cout statements. Here's how you can display text using separate cout statements. Include the iostream library. Inside the main function, use multiple std, cout statements to print different parts of the text. For example, std, cout hello, std, cout C++, std, cout programming. This will produce the output, hello C++ programming, all on one line. Next, let's look at using line breaks. To start a new line in the output, you can use std, endl, or the new line character, \n. Here's how. Include the iostream library. Inside the main function, use std, cout to print line 1 followed by std, endl, which will move the cursor to the next line. Then print line 2 followed by the new line character \n, which also moves the cursor to the next line. Finally, print line 3. This will output line 1 on the first line, line 2 on the second line, and line 3 on the third line. Let's see how to output variables of different data types using cout. We will display integers, doubles, characters, and booleans. Include the iostream library. Inside the main function, declare an integer variable named age and set it to 25. Declare a double variable named height and set it to 5.9. Declare a character variable named grade and set it to a. Then declare a Boolean variable named as student and set it to true. Use std, cout to display the values of these variables with descriptive text. For example, std, cout age, age the std, endl. This line will output age, 25 followed by a new line. Also std, cout height, height the std, endl. This line will output height, 5.9 followed by a new line. And std, cout grade, grade. This line will output grade, A. Now let's look at how to display strings and integers together. Include the iostream and string libraries. Inside the main function, declare a string variable named name and set it to John Doe. Then declare an integer variable named score and set it to 95. Use std, cout to display the values of these variables with descriptive text. For example, std, cout name, name std, endl. This line will output name, John Doe followed by a new line. Also std, cout score, a score std, endl. This line will output score 95 followed by a new line. And std, cout and name 3 scored points. This line will output John Doe scored 95 points. Now let's learn about stream manipulators in C++. Stream manipulators are functions designed to be used with insertion and extraction operators on iostream objects. They help to format the output. The first manipulator is endl. It inserts a new line character and flushes the stream. For example, std, cout, hello, std, endl. Next we have setw. This sets the field width for the next output operation. Make sure to include the iomanip library. For example, std, cout std, set10, 42. Then we have fixed and setprecision. These control the number of decimal places for floating point values. For example, std, cout std, fixed std, setprecision 2, 3.14159. Finally, we have left and right. These control the alignment of output within a field. For example, std, cout std, left std, set10, left. Here's an example of creating a formatted table using cout. Include the iostream and iomanip libraries. Inside the main function, print the table headers using std, cout and the setw manipulator to set the width of each column. The left manipulator is used for left alignment. Also, use set with a width of 15 for the name column, 10 for the age column, and 10 for the GPA column, followed by std. endl to move to the next line. Next, print a separator line using std, cout and a string of hyphens, followed by std, endl. Then print the data rows again using std, cout, setw and left to format the data. Set the name John with the age of 21 and GPA to 3.75. Use the manipulator fixed and setprecision with a precision of 2 to ensure the GPA is displayed with 2 decimal places. Do the same for Sarah, who is 22 years old and has GPA of 3.89. Let's review the best practices for using cout. Use std, endl when you need to flush the buffer, otherwise use \n for better performance. Format complex output using manipulators for better readability. Chain multiple insertion operators for cleaner code. Use std, fixed and std, setprecision for consistent decimal output. Consider using std, stringstream, for complex string formatting. Here are a few code examples. For efficient line breaks, prefer using line 1 \n line 2 \n line 3 for multiple lines as it is more efficient. For clean chaining, use the insertion operator multiple times on one line. For example, std, cout name, a name age, score, a score. For complex string formatting, use stringstream. First, include the stream library. Then declare a std, stringstream object. Append different strings and values to the stringstream. Extract the formatted string using the str function. Finally, output the string using std, cout. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.